It's that time of year again. Hey, it's Liz, and it's Monday, and this is continuing my How to Life series, so that's super fun. I didn't realize that was going to become a series, but I've just had so many wisdoms to impart upon the world. I'd like to start off with some just really general pieces of advice that you may not see necessary, but trust me, if you are anything younger than a senior, freshman, stop. Chill out. And accept that whatever you do this year, you're gonna kick yourself for every year after. It's just, that's the way it is. Sophomores. Y'all are so dramatic. I remember being a sophomore, and sophomores are dramatic. Also, you're gonna be wondering if you were like that when you were a freshman, and the answer is yes, you were. Not much happens your sophomore year. It's pretty boring, which is great for staying up with classes. That is like the best year on my transcript, all A's and B's. But yeah, it's a pretty boring year. You're probably gonna figure out who your real friends are, meet the people you're gonna like for the rest of high school. Juniors, I'm sorry, but you are about to enter standardized testing hell. There's no winning. There's just a lot of crying until about May. And somewhere in May, things settle down and you get to just kind of cry softly to relieve the stress until the end of the school year. And for my fellow seniors, let's get ready for some college apps. Especially if you live in America. The American school system is just messed up. But still, you can survive. First of all, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself in whatever way you can. Whether that means brushing your teeth and your hair in the morning, whether that means remembering to take a shower, whether that means washing your face, whether that means eating something. Oh my god, eat something. You don't necessarily have to eat breakfast, because I do remember that waking up so early, actually eating that early would make me really nauseous. So like, don't do that if you can't. Take care of yourself. Don't slack off intentionally either, because at the end of the day, this is to some degree teaching you responsibility, which, you know, is a skill that you need for life, even if you're doing, what I'm doing, which is YouTube and writing books. Responsibility, time management, all of that stuff, they're skills that we need to learn. Are we over... Is homework too much usually? Yeah, definitely. You've gotta put the work in, at least when you're in school, because, that's like the work that counts. And then if you get stuff done in class, you have more free time at home. Another thing is, if you don't finish everything and you maybe have something late because you just could not bring yourself to do it because you were like so overstressed, don't freak out. Okay? Someone else might freak out. And that's going to happen. But take care of yourself. If you're struggling, even if you don't feel comfortable going to your teacher for help, or maybe you don't feel comfortable telling your parents that you're struggling, tell someone. Probably your school counselor. I don't know how most people's counselors are, but I know that mine, especially when I was at Novi, was amazing. She was really great, would always, sit down, listen to what I had to say and all of that stuff. And if you have someone like her, then that's great. If you don't, find someone who you can talk to about it. And depending on how understanding your parents are, if you're struggling with something, tell them that you're struggling with it. Because eventually they're going to see your grades, and if they think you're not trying hard enough, you're just going to get in trouble. And whether or not they believe you're trying as hard as you can, I don't know. Unfortunately, there's just no. So just in your head, know, and try your hardest to believe that if you're doing your best, you're doing your best, and you can't do better than that. And guess what? That's okay. If you struggle in the beginning of the year, that's okay. If you struggle at the end of the year, that's okay. Find some way to get help. Of course, don't just say, oh, well, guess I just can't do any better than that. Like, actively do your best to, further yourself as a human being. But, like, if math is just not your thing, then don't stress yourself out about getting an A in math when that probably just isn't going to happen. And it's okay. The other thing is eventually you will find the organizational system that works. Whether or not that's the planner that they hand you in the beginning of the year, or you make your own sort of planner thing, find something that works, because staying organized will help you be a more successful person. Having to search through your backpack for an hour to find things, generally not going to work out so well. And hey, you know, if you want to color code, then color code. If you want to get a bazillion different colored highlighters, do it, man. If you want your notebooks to be super fun, then like, do it. Why not? Find what works, because you'll be happier at the end of the day for it. That's it. I was gonna go a lot more into depth, but I think that's it. That's just me imparting some wisdom upon you. Take care of yourselves. If you like that video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you have anything to add, any questions to ask, anything like that, because I feel like the school year can be a really stressful time, and it's just better if, you know, you kind of talk about it with other people. You can follow me in the links in the description box below. I will probably call attention to this for the rest of the month, but I've got a Facebook page in the description box. Please follow it. It's just getting started and I haven't quite figured out how to use it, but it is where a lot of stuff is going to end up being for, you know, my stuff. So follow that. One of you already has, and thanks. Be a bro, share this video with another bro, and if you have not done so yet, subscribe, because I make new videos every Monday, and next week's gonna be a fun one.